The problem with an NBA and a Terminator having an adult beverage is we examine things in weird ways. For instance, we previously ranked the movies from the producer's perspective of the movie as a return on investment. And given that my rankings seem like you're sitting through a business school lecture, we were wondering, well, what do the fans think? So Grok is going to sift through the interwebs and tell us the fan consensus for James Bond movies on PCZ TV. PCZ TV. In today's exploration, we'll examine movie rankings from count them, four perspectives. First, with an ROI POV recap. A lot of acronyms there, my friend. Second, I'll look at two superfans. Third, we'll see movie critics' consensus. And finally, 4, we'll compare that to an aggregated fan perspective. So, first, from the financial perspective.
Hello, I like money.
From the financial perspective, the highest yield on your money comes from the Connery era. Bang for buck, you definitely want Connery. Then Moore, and the rest are pretty similar. But as we saw with the actors ranking in previous videos, this isn't necessarily equivalent to the Bond actors' popularity. Okay, so much for the recap. That was quick, wasn't business school. Right, let's cover some new ground now and show two of the Bond community's most famous fans and their rankings. We'll be looking at David Zaritsky and Calvin Dyson. Now, I really enjoy their content, and they are definitely worth following if you're not following them now. First, let's see the Bond Experience helmsman.
Hello, David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back.
David Zaritsky and his rankings. Okay, now let's add in Never Say Never Again, that quasi-official movie, which he puts around mid-tier. So I asked Grok to analyze his rankings. And as one would expect from the maestro himself, he's extremely balanced, and his tastes between the actors and eras are all very balanced. Next up is Calvin Dyson.
Good evening, Mr. Bond fans.
And now we look at his rankings. And again, let's add in the quasi-official Never Say Never, and ow-wee, not a fan of this one at all. Okay. Well, when Grok analyzed his rankings, he identified his huge and self-admitted soft spot for the campier Moore entries, especially Moonraker. And he is actually even a bigger Dalton fan than David, and loves No Time to Die. That's an eclectic list, especially with No Time to Die at number 1. That's So comparing the two, we see the biggest differences are with Spectre, and then Moonraker, and The Living Daylights, with smaller deviations around the Spy Who Loved Me. But otherwise, they're actually pretty similar, which I think is a good proxy for the overall hardcore fan.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Now, let's look at the movie critics and their rankings. And oh my goodness, that's a lot of process, so let's break it down, shall we? Well, the critics have a very strong 1960s Connery bias, as he has more top 10 rankings than any other Bond. And let's compare this to our Superfan. What we see is the Superfan has much more respect for Dalton and Craig. But the biggest gaps from the Superfan and the critics are with On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Moonraker, and that's probably the Calvin influence, and the biggest difference is with Dr. No. Otherwise, they're very close on Skyfall, Spy Who Loved Me, GoldenEye, For Your Eyes Only, etc. Okay, well that's interesting how the superfan differs from the movie critic. But now, the moment you've all been waiting for. What is the overall consensus of the Bond community? Well, as always, Grok snoops around the interwebs collecting and weighing fan comments from sites like Reddit, X, and YouTube. But I asked him for a simplified rationale, and Grok got a little snooty. You'll soon see what I mean. And now to the rankings. Number 26, A View to a Kill. Old, more exhaustion. Wow. This is a haiku, isn't it? Number 25, Die Another Day. Invisible Car Meme Hell. Number 24, Diamonds Are Forever. Goofy Connery Return. Number 23, Spectre. Bloated but pretty. Number 22, The Man with the Golden Gun. Christopher Lee is great, the rest meh. Number 21, Quantum of Solace. Underrated by some. Number 20, Octopussy. Circus Silliness. Number 19, Tomorrow Never Dies. Yo, action is awesome.
You serious?
Okay, full confession, I love this movie, but okay. Number 18, The World Is Not Enough. Brosnan Ambition, but Christmas? I love these haikus. Okay. Number 17, Moonraker. Guilty Pleasure of Space Camp. Number 16, oh wow, this is interesting. Never Say Never Again. Connery fun, but unofficial. But it beats the worst of the eons. Number 15, You Only Live Twice. Volcano Lair Cool. Number 14, For Your Eyes Only. Grounded More favorite. Number 13, The Living Daylights. Dalton's Strong Start. Number 12, License to Kill. Gritty Revenge. Number 11, Live and Let Die. McCartney Theme and Boats. His summaries are killing me. Number 10, Thunderball. Underwater epic, or slow for some. Full confession, I love Thunderball.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Number 9, Dr. No. Charming start. Number 8, The Spy Who Loved Me. Epic fun, Jaws, ski jump. Number 7, No Time to Die. Divisive ending, but emotional payoff.
It's not true. That's impossible!
I hate that. Number 6, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Tragic romance, but grows on rewatches. Now the top 5. Number 5, GoldenEye. 90s nostalgia tank chase. Number 4, From Russia with Love, Spy Perfection. Now to the top 3. Goldfinger, the ultimate classic. Number 2, Skyfall. Emotional, cinematic, Bardem. And the top 1, which surprised me, Casino Royale. Modern masterpiece. Action, romance, Craig's rival. Okay, so what do we learn from all this? Well, the general fan consensus, there's a lot of bias towards the newer movies, which is interesting to me, because James Bond movies enjoy a cross-demographic appeal and iconic status, but its most reliable fans are, and let's face it, middle-aged and older men, with women and younger viewers participating but in smaller proportions. So I'm surprised they're not biased more towards Connery. So now I'm curious, how did the fan aggregate compare with the superfans and the critics? Well, some key observations. Let's unpeel the onion, shall we? In short, there's a solid core of 7 or so films that almost everyone agrees are great. Goldfinger, Casino Royale, From Russia with Love, Skyfall, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, No Time to Die, The Spy Who Loved Me, and GoldenEye all appear in most people's top 10 or so. These are the closest things to universally loved. Bottom of the barrel, again, almost universal agreement, is like Die Another Day, Diamonds Are Forever, The World Is Not Enough, A View to a Kill, Quantum of Solace, and Spectre. Now, it's interesting that both Brosnan and Craig have movies in the high and the low.
But wait! There's more!
The biggest disagreements are on Her Majesty's Secret Service. David and Calvin, the superfans, love it. Overall, fans are okay. They're pretty much, the critics are a little less okay with it. The second big disagreement is on the Dalton era. The superfans, they rate it pretty highly. They appreciate the first of the truly gritty Bond depictions. But overall, fans and critics put them kind of low. And third is the Craig era split. Okay, we talked about uneven performance, so we alluded to it before. His movies are either great or horrible. I mean, Casino Royale and Skyfall, top 5, great movies. Spectre and Quantum of Solace, bottom for just about everybody. And, well, No Time to Die, it's a piece of crap. So there you go. Grok and I both looked at both the business POVs, the superfan, the critics, and the fans, but more importantly, where do you fall into all this? Do you agree with any one group? Is your list totally different? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below. And I have way too much Bond content, but feel free to give them all a gander. And now, most importantly, my disclaimers. Bye. Oh, quick aside, Grok is great about analysis and aggregation, but maybe not so much about image creation. For I asked him to create an image of a quote-unquote selfie with himself, Calvin, and David. And that's certainly a different image. Anyway. Bye. Bye.